The Senate passed a sweeping overhaul of the nation's tax laws overnight. Now it is headed back to the House for a final vote. And our Washington, D.C. reporter Samantha-Jo is joining us now from Capitol Hill. Samantha-Jo, why is the vote happening again? We saw that vote just yesterday.
Well, Roma, the House is going to have to vote one more time, and that's because the House and Senate versions have to pass identical language. Now, the House voted yesterday, and after that vote, the Senate parliamentarian found some problems with a few provisions in the bill, and what that means is it broke several Senate rules. These are special rules that Republicans are using to muscle through this legislation with a simple majority and trying to avoid a Democratic filibuster. Now, so those provisions were stripped out of the bill that the Senate passed last night, and now that stripped down version has to go back to the House for a final vote. It delayed final passage, but it's not expected to change the outcome. Now, there are a number of provisions that were taken out, and one of them was championed by Texas Senator Ted Cruz, and it would have allowed parents to use tax-free college savings accounts to pay for K-12 educational expenses at private schools. Now, advocates for public schooling really hated this provision. They noted that Republicans were eliminating the deductions for state and local taxes to support public schools while giving wealthy parents a chance to use tax-free money to pay for private schools. So now that provision is gone. Another provision would have exempted one school in Kentucky from a new tax on college endowments. Now, Republicans are celebrating their tax victory. Of course, no Democrats signed on to this.
Well, to me, it means it's a promise kept. This is something that we ran on in 2014. We said our corporate tax rate was out of kilter with all other major economies, and we said that we had to provide tax relief for working families. This bill does both.
We really need to keep on educating people about how bad this is for New York, because you know, the last time they did tax reform in the United States of America, that was in 1986. It took 2 years. They did this in 6 weeks. The public doesn't even realize the implications of this bill yet. Not even the members of Congress know all the implications of this bill yet.
Now, this was a party line vote in the Senate, but not so much in the House. Republicans in the House, some of them voted no because they're still upset about that state and local tax deduction. Now, we are expecting an event at the White House later this afternoon, a sort of victory lap for Republicans to celebrate this accomplishment. Roma.
All right, Samantha-Jo, thank you very much.